Kobe Bryant was not only one of the greatest basketball players to ever walk the planet, but he was also one of the most inspirational people in the world. I have been a Kobe Bryant fan my whole life and have researched many stories about him. In this speech, I will tell you about Kobe's incredible work ethic, his poem called Dear Basketball, and his retirement. Kobe Bryant's work ethic was incredibly inspirational. Players around the league really got a taste of how much he worked during the 2008 Olympics. They said that they thought that they were working hard, and then they would walk into practice and see that he had already been there for hours before them, working. There were stories that said that he would start training at 4 a.m. and practice until 7 a.m. Then he would have another practice. And then, after that, he would shoot 400 shots after practice. There was one story about Kobe that stands out of them all, though. It said that the day before a practice, Kobe went on a 40-mile bike ride with his trainer that ended at around 2:30 a.m. About 5 hours later, he was the first one in the gym before the rest of Team USA and before an entire day of practice. He once said that he only needed 3 to 4 hours of sleep. He almost seemed like a robot with how much he worked. His work ethic was above and beyond anyone else, and it showed with his accolades in his career. Kobe Bryant was also very impactful on the world with his short story and poem titled Dear Basketball. The story was designed to be a letter to the game of basketball itself. One of the most inspiring parts of the poem to me was at the beginning. The poem says, "Dear Basketball, from the moment I started rolling my dad's tube socks and shooting imaginary game-winning shots in the Great Western Forum, I knew one thing was real. I fell in love with you. A love so deep I gave you my all, from my mind and body to my spirit and soul." This part of the poem really hit a string with me. Basketball is my favorite sport, and I have come to deeply enjoy it in a way that I haven't ever felt before. Players and people like Kobe Bryant are the reason for that. Kobe Bryant was an example to everyone after he retired as well. He was an incredible teacher to begin with. After retiring, he began training young players such as Jason Tatum, Kawhi Leonard, and Paul George to unlock their potential that they really had inside. After being trained by Kobe, Kawhi Leonard led his team, the Toronto Raptors, to their first ever championship and was the finals MVP. And Jason Tatum just had the best season of his life and put up MVP-like numbers doing it. Kobe also gave most of his time to his family, specifically his daughters. He gave his time to help his daughters in whatever they wanted to do, whether that was volleyball or basketball. In this speech, I taught you about Kobe's incredible work ethic, his poem titled Dear Basketball, and his retirement. Kobe was an incredible person, and he would have impacted the world even more if he was still in the world today. And he has been one of the most impactful people in my life.